Okay, we're on. Oh, we have 2 persons online now. Hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. You're not seeing the comments.
Oh, I don't think they're commenting as yet. 4 persons just logged in, though.
Okay. Thank you for joining us. This is where we take your questions about real estate, money, and finance. And a little later on, I'll be doing the presentation on land banking. Hi, Mark. Thanks for joining us. Xander is also saying hi.
And do you hear that? It's the rain. Claudius Jones. Hi, Claudius. Oh, it's almost like your name.
Yeah, maybe it's probably the male part of my name, Claudius.
Okay. Maxine. Hi, Maxine. Hello from London.
Hi, Maxine. How's London? Should not be cold now, should it? It should be pretty warm, getting warm up now in London.
Maybe.
It's just a little rainy here in Jamaica.
Mark says, Zonda.
Zonda, say hi. Say hi, Mark. Hi, Mark. How are you today, Mark? I'm awake and on YouTube Live. Isn't? All right, so we're on YouTube Live. So this is where we take your questions about real estate, about sometime after 3 or to 4, I'll be doing a presentation on land banking as an investment. One of the investment options.
Hi, Marcia. Hi, Jamandan.
Hi, Jamandan. Always twist of the tongue.
Hi, Jamandan.
Hey, Xander, you saying hi? Are you saying hi right now?
Veronica, hi.
Yeah, you see everybody coming on, Xander?
Hi, Barry.
Look at everybody coming on, and yeah, he's here, excited. You can see everybody coming on. Look, the screen. See them jumping in? Look. Happy Sunday, Michael. Hi. So on Sundays, those of you who are new, we take your questions on real estate. Anything you want to ask about real estate, I can answer some money and some finance questions. I'm at that age, answering you from experience.
Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa Marie. Xander is happy to be on YouTube Live today.
Right, Zan?
Right, Zan, say hi. Say hi. Juliet says hi. Hi, Juliet. Amif.
I think it's Anif.
Anif. Is that Chinese? No. Indian? Could be.
Hi, Erica. Oh, 43 persons and we're 5 minutes in. Hi, Debbie.
Hi, Debbie. Hi, Erica.
Joy from New York says hi.
Hi. So you can ask us your questions on real estate this week. Did anything new come out this week, Tony? New in real estate. Well, we sent out a vineyards, which is a 2-bed, 1-bath for 12 million. Showed it today. So far, we have some offers, right?
Right.
So how many offers we have?
3 so far.
3 so far. We also have a Hellshire. What's the price of that one?
27.
27 million. So 3-bed, 2-bath in Hellshire. Which section of Hellshire?
I don't remember.
Is it Sand? We have that one. Which other one came out this week?
Nothing else came out this week. Hellshire is coming out tomorrow.
Oh, Hellshire is coming out tomorrow. So the Hellshire comes out tomorrow.
Nora says hi trio.
And that's 27 million. Oh, hey. You happy to see everybody, Xander? You happy to see everybody? You want to say hi? Say hi, everybody. Hi. Say hi. I woke up just to come on YouTube Live.
I know he slept for what, 10 minutes?
Oh.
And he woke up very fried. He's like, did I miss it?
You know? Xander drinking beer yet? I hope not. No beer for you, Xan. No beer for you. Strictly green juice.
Lucas is here on time.
Oh, Lucas
Lucas early today.
Right, you don't miss it yet. Hi, Xander, like you're here. Yeah, yes. Xander's sporting an afro.
Afro mohawk.
Afro mohawk. He's on. And it's already in the brown. What's it? It's what color? Brown, red.
It's a lot of colors.
There's a lot of colors, right? He's on. Your natural high fashion already, right? But what we're gonna do with Xander's here when it gets over the place.
Just leave it.
Leave it, Xander. Xander gonna bring back Afro, you know.
Yeah.
The 70s Afro. The men had some big hair back in the 70s, you know. All right. Do we have any more properties available in the price range of 8 to 13 million? That's the Jamaica still.
Mm-hmm. That was the vineyards.
And that was the vineyards today. We showed the vineyards today, everybody.
We do have an Angel Grove for
12 million. What else for 12 million? Or 8 million?
I think it's just the Angels, the vineyards, and the Belekas.
Right.
Like, because the 2 apartments are more. 17
and 19. So cheapest on the list right now is the
Lake at 10.5.
Right. And 11.5.
And
13.5. And 14.5. And 15.5.
Yeah.
Those of you who jumped in at 13.5, congratulations. Those ones are now at 14.5. So you have already gained $1 million.
Right.
Isn't that cool?
It is.
Even before you've gotten your house, it's already at 1 million more. That's the power of real estate. Are there any? Okay, same question. So everybody, this is where we take your questions.
No, Steve wants to know if there's anything available in Mandeville for under 15 million.
We need to look. We can check that. Is that land or house, Steve? What's the house?
Houses. See if I can find anything.
Do we have anything coming up in Mandeville? I'm trying to remember if anybody asked me to sell. Toni-Ann is going to the screen. So she's using the mouse and she's clicking away. And just about now, she's about to find her Mandeville listings. So we're looking for a house in Mandeville. Manchester, Mandeville. Well, no, you don't have a Mandeville. Just search by price. Search by price. Manchester. Mandeville houses are usually very big, right? So usually they don't sell for 15 million. But let's see if they have any with a small footprint. Go to 20. And let's see. 270 up there. That down. 124. That's good. That's good. Up to 20 million. Let's break down to Mandeville. That's good. There are lots of houses in Mandeville for sale. Let's see what price. And they're under 20 million too. And
Oh, it's US. That's why.
that's why. Oh, I'm wondering. We're going to change the currency to Jamaican dollars. No. 5.5 million in Hearties, Manchester. Hearties, single story, 2-bed, 1-bath.
It's a private treaty.
Private treaty. So this one you're not going to be able to see inside, all right? You have a Chudley, 6.3. Then Somerset Heights, Greendale. That's 12 million. 12 million in Redberry District, Manchester.
I know here, New Green Vermilion.
Which one? Here, the bottom one. New Green Vermilion. It's not that bad. 3-bed. I can't open that one. You see the pictures? Okay, seem to be on a split level, yeah. But I didn't build a split level. Let's do one level. Seems to be empty. Okay. And this one is how much? 30 million. So you can send Tony a WhatsApp if you're interested in that. That's 370-8138. So this one is on Bloomfield Street.
It's a private treaty.
This is a private treaty. It says P is a private treaty, everybody. Kingsland Meadows, 15 million.
It's unfinished.
It's unfinished. A 5-bedroom, unfinished.
Kingsland Meadows says it's a gated community.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
They said the downstairs is livable. Have 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Upstairs is unfinished with 3 bedrooms.
When it's finished, it's over 7,000 square feet.
Wow. This is a massive, massive house.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. 7,000 square
Okay,
feet.
it's livable.
This is downstairs. Yeah, downstairs is livable.
Okay.
All right, so that's one of your options. Hearties, Mandeville again, Hanbury.
We're at we're over the price limit now, though.
Maybe. Sometimes I can find a little more, man. Erica says, okay, would want to get more information.
Okay.
Erica, send your WhatsApp to 370-8138.
I'll need your email address as well.
Right. You need to tell us. Did she say which parish? She said St. Catherine, right?
I'm not sure.
No, you didn't tell us.
You need to tell us the area that you're looking, which parish really, and your budget.
And your budget, right. You want me to repeat the houses? Belacre, which is off the St. John's Road, 1 bedroom, 1 bathroom, 10.5 and 11.5 million. 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, 14.5 million and 15.5 million.
Angel
Grove, 12 million. What else? We had a vineyard, which is out in Old Harbor. We showed that one this morning. We have 3 offers on it standing by.
Do you have any more questions? Not yet.
So, Manchester, Mandeville, Belfield. Large, well-kept, moving-ready home on a half acre. 5 beds, 4 bath, living, dining area. Electronic gate and all that. Let's see the pictures.
Which one is that?
20 million.
The Hanbury one or the Belfield?
The Belfield.
So the rain is coming. The internet may get spotty.
Yeah. It's raining here, everybody. If we We may lose signal because it's raining, but let's hope we can continue for today. This one is 20 million. You want to know about Moorlands, Manchester? You want to know if anything is in Moorlands?
What,
check.
house or land?
Land, it looks like. Well, you can choose house or land.
Is there half
Moorlands
acre of
specific.
land in Inverness for 3 million? Do you know where that is?
There is half acre of land in Inverness for 3 million. Recently purchased a property in Jamaica. Hi Kay, I'm in Canada. Can someone in Jamaica open the NWC and JPS accounts in their name with my permission? They have the property documents. Yes, they can. They go to, you have to give them, no, you have to send them a letter with notarized letter, with your notarized ID. So you will write a letter to say, I'm Kay, give permission to Toni-Ann. That's a Zanzari, Toni.
Hello.
To Toni-Ann. Hello. To open the accounts in my name. I suggest that you still open them in your name. You're giving them permission to open them in your name. So that's for JPS and the Water Commission. You're going to need copy, notarized ID and TRN, and the letter notarized as well. Hi, Althea. Hi, Althea.
Zanda.
Yeah. Yes, hi Claudia. If you happen to have any lot for sale in the prime area in Manchester between 3.5 to 4.5, we'll be interested. Want to invest my 2 kids' trust funds in property. Hi English. We have Newport for 3.8 million. We also have a lot at Cedar Grove for 5.5 million. Both of those are heading on up from Northern Caribbean University. Hi, Althea. Xander, say Althea telling you hi. You're talking to Tony. Isa, talking to Tony. Yeah, talking to the screen. Hey, you're talking to the screen. Say hi, Xander. I wanted the person to be responsible so that they don't run up the bill in my name. So the person is going to be living there. Well, for the electricity, it can go in the person's name, but the water is definitely going in your name, and you will be responsible for the water. So you have to ensure that the water bill is paid, because the water bill is always in the owner's name, because the water runs with the land. So it's like taxes, eh? The taxes and the water run with the land. Doesn't matter who's living there or who's in possession. The owner of the property, meaning the owner and title, they're the ones responsible. So if somebody run up your water bill at your premises, you still will have to pay the bill. We have had those horror stories where we sell houses for persons, and the tenant who was there, or the relative or the friend who was there, ran up the water bill, and the owner still had to pay it. So when you're renting your property or people living there or anything like that, you need to ensure that they pay the bill. Also, you should also ensure that you don't have any leaks. Sometimes what happens, the pipe is leaking or the toilet is leaking, and the bill will run up. It's not as if Water Commission is overcharging you. It's just that there is a leak, and we've had that experience, especially with toilets. When it comes to toilets, if you hear a sound in the toilet, when you flush it and it's supposed to finish full, then it is leaking. You mustn't hear any sound at all from the toilet, all right? And if the toilet leaving a mark or a stain in the bowl, then chances are you also have a leak. Usually that's where the problem is. It's only from the toilet dripping, leaking, and nobody's paying attention. So the water bill will be in your name, but I think they have a section that they put the tenant's name, but it's in your name. Somebody asked a question. Email address is sivad, so David spelled backwards, sivad.claudia@gmail.com. So it's sivad.claudia@gmail.com. Tony is posting it. We need some questions at the top. So today we're supposed to be looking at land banking. I'm just waiting for some more persons to come on. We're at 122 right now. Thank you so much for logging in. Your busy day today, Juliet.
Okay, Juliet says, an attorney told me that the water bill cannot be transferred into the tenant's name, only the light bill. Is that so?
Yes, that's so, but you can put the tenant's name at, you can ask the water commission to put their name at a section of the water bill. It's still in your name, it's just that it's noted on record that it's a tenant that's there on the bill itself.
B. Brown wants to know how much percentage commission do real estate cost in JE? How much percent commission do real estate cost in Jamaica?
If you're asking how much, what's the commission that real estate agents charge, that's 5% of the sale price. 5% of the sale price. Anyone interested can go on. I had the same issue with my last rental. My last tenant left a water bill of 50K, yes. You see, remember, when the bill is in your name, you are to go on the NWC system. Tony, just go on the NWC website, let's show them. Even though the bill, the tenant is there and supposed to be paying that bill, you are to check every month and make sure it is paid. So go on to the NWC website. NWC has a section, query bill. It's on the front page actually. So put in an account number. Put in an account number and you will see, I don't know whose account this Tony was checking, but there's an overdue balance on this, 5,000. Billing date is the 21st of April. And they're saying it's an estimate, so they have a red meter. So the balance now on the bill is 11,033 and it's due on the 30th of April. You can also hover down at the bottom and you will see a consumption. So the month over month, you can say, okay, this looks like an evening of consumption, but that's because this is an estimate. It's not an actual, you know, this green means estimate. It's not an actual reading. They tell you the payment trend as well and the billing trend. But just go in and put in your account number. So they have two ones. They have the new account number. Those of you with a customer number and a premises number, you would use the top. Those of you with the old account number, that's the old bill, you would use the one below. All right, so it's easy to check. So if you have a tenant there, just go on the website, nwcjamaica.com, and check your water bill every month. You have a tenant there, check the water bill. Does JPS offer a similar service? Yes, on the calling service.
JPS?
Mm-hmm. You can call the number.
Oh, yeah, once you have the account number.
Once you have the account number, you can call it and check.
But if it's your bill, I think with JPS you can set up a bank account, not a bank account, an online portal account for it.
If you're the person on record, it's your bill.
Right.
The thing with JPS is not supposed to go after the landlords for outstanding amounts.
I'm not sure.
No, they're not supposed to, but I've seen them go after the landlord by refusing to connect any new person to the premises.
Someone's asking, do they need a letter from NLA to open their account?
What's NLA?
National Land Agency.
To open which account?
I think we're talking about I think it's from the prior question where they wanted to go and open the utilities.
No, I just need a copy of the title.
It's
For
a
water
certified
commission,
copy, right?
yeah, no. For water commission, I think you use the letters from the lawyer that you got when you buy the place. Those possession letters, either that or you print down a copy of the title. Once upon a time, NWC wanted certified copy of title. I'm not so sure they still want that.
What do you mean because of
Let's see if
2020?
if there's anything about new opening new accounts.
I think you can apply for it online now. So
Yeah,
I don't think
suppose you can apply on that. What did we do the last time for a client?
Online.
But what did we send them though?
I sent them a lot of documents. Title, what did I send? ID. There was a letter of authorization as well.
Yeah, letter of authorization.
It's right here now. Apply for service.
Apply for service. All right, so. All right, everybody, so we're going to check it.
Oh, here it is.
All right, here it is. So if it's a new, you normally get a letter from the lawyer with a volume and folio, right? The attorney stamp must be affixed to the letter, must be signed by the attorney. The letter must not be older than 6 months. You can also bring a copy of the title. Where a photocopy of the title is being used, it must be stamped and certified to be a true copy of the original by the title's office. That one can be stretchy. You have to go down to the title's office and apply for a certified copy of the title. Letter from the mortgage companies. The letter must include the volume and folio numbers of available. The letter must sign by the legal codes of the institution or such other authorized person. NWC reserves a right to request additional proof of ownership on a case-by-case basis. For open lots, approved building outline from the parish council is required. So if it's an open lot, no houses on it, no building, you're going to need an approved building permit from the parish council. You also will need a numbering certificate from the parish council. That is a gate number from the parish council. You also need a valid ID, passport, national ID, or driver's license. And you need your TR. Those of you overseas, I suggest you get those notarized. Does it say notary? Well,
no.
Does it say if the person sent we don't reach out yet? Listed at 4 and 5, the right to accept any other form of ID. You need a deposit of 16,000 for a half-inch connection. You need 10,000 for supplies already laid out. Estimated cost will be determined by the connectors. Oh, this is something for overseas.
Well, the one I did was overseas. I didn't do anything certified.
I did anything special. You know, so we got because you had the letter from the lawyer, we never needed a certified copy. So if you have the letter from the lawyer saying that is your property, stamped with the lawyer's seal, stamp, then you don't need a certified copy of the title. It's only if you don't have that letter. Scroll on, let me see what's on the list.
No, I think we had a certified copy of the title.
We did?
I think so.
Okay. So I got it. Applicant must be made by the owner of the premises, but if the owner cannot apply in person, the above requirements and a letter of authorization for the bearer are needed. Letter of authorization must be signed by the owner and witnessed by a justice of the peace, senior police officer at the rank of corporal, attorney at law, notary public, and/or secretary of state for individuals and companies. For companies authorized, must be on a company letterhead and the company seal affixed. For request on behalf of company, the bearer needs a letter of authorization, certificate of incorporation, certificate of good standing, and the company seal. Oh my God.
They make it hard to collect their money.
Make it hard, don't it? Oh, it's crazy. All right, so that's what you need for water commission. Any other question?
But what I don't understand is, like, if you buy a property from a developer, why doesn't the NWC just connects the service with whoever is untitled for it automatically when when they're running the service?
So they don't need to come and sit down and apply.
No, it's just there, and you can't use any other service but JPS, so they should just come and connect.
Yes, they're a monopoly, but they're not a monopoly. All right, what's another question? Zams. Waiting for your moment to take you so I can start my presentation. About 3 acres.
Someone's asking about the Shooters Hill development, if you've heard anything.
I passed it the other day. I see them digging down and putting in roads and so. Looks like they've started.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I see them clearing the roads. But you know, that's Housing Agency of Jamaica. Let's go on the website, see if they've done any updates. Or if you want one of those shooters in there, it's like
Needling a haystack?
it's like applying to get into the army.
Really?
Crazy. No selling.
No, it's more like trying to get into the USA. Luck of the draw.
Luck of the draw, eh? Visa. Trying to get a visa, right?
Mm-hmm.
At least Canada is a little bit more predictable when it comes to that. Xander, waiting on your mommy. All right, so if you're interested in the Shooters Hill development, it's Housing Agency.
Oh, they're doing Savannah.
They're doing Savannah now. Hold on. Sale of Savannah Phase 2 subdivision. The following section in the request for clarification deadline to submit a request for.
Oh, it's for people to build it.
It's for people who want to build it. All right. So developers, that's for you to go look at. There is a part that says property is selling now. Now selling.
Whitehall.
So they're still selling Whitehall Phase 3.
Edmond Ridge Estate.
They haven't sold out Edmond Ridge?
Why
Oh
not?
my gosh.
What's the price?
We need to go there, Toni-Ann.
14
million.
and
2-bed, 1 bath.
2-bed 1.5 bath is 15.5 and 3-bed 2 bath is 19.4. All prices are subject to escalation. It's a cute house.
Don't look bad. No selling.
Oh, it's not a lot of houses. 68, 63, and 24.
These should be sold out already. We need to check them out. Edmond Ridge, which is where? Outskirts of Montego Bay and Rose Hall. That joins communities like Spot Valley, Cornwall, and Dover. For these ones, they're going to be having some apartments
As well?
Yes. Even though I don't too fancy apartments, but
Oh, so there'll be more than one phase.
sit here, apartment and bungalow and detached houses and townhouses.
Okay. So this is just phase 1 then?
This is just phase 1, right? So if you want something in Montego Bay, everybody, 14 million.
Oh, the
This-
kitchen is nice.
This is a good buy. Should go there and look at these. Tony,
It's a
I want
nice
one of
little
these.
kitchen.
I'm supposed to go out here, but I haven't reached. We need to get out here though.
Montego Bay.
Yeah, I'm gonna call them up see if any are available still.
That's going to be difficult with the curfew. So you have to go and come back before the curfew.
So that means you have to get about there bed and leave early. All right, we were looking for
Maybe upcoming.
upcoming. We were looking for Shooters Hill.
Marijuana, Catherine Estate. Shooters Hill, there it is.
There it is.
To be announced. Okay.
To be announced. Not here yet. Luana, to be announced. Luana is gonna have some 1 and 2 bedrooms again. Rachel, you ready for Xander? Mm-hmm.
Ganda, mommy's here. Go to mommy.
Bye, Xander. Bye. So hold on. So Shooters Hill they have not started taking, but they have started to clear the land. See them scratching out some roads too.
But no pictures or anything of what the house is going to look like.
No?
623 units? Okay.
That's cool.
That's a big development.
Yeah. Hey Tony, this is right where the iguanas are now. All right, so let's take another question. So Tony, you're going to run on one of these. What a building? 1 bedrooms? Hold on. Let's detail. So the building 1 bedrooms, 2 bedrooms, and 3 bedrooms. Unit to be announced. A lot to be announced. The contractor is Right Solutions. Okay, upcoming. But everybody, look, on this website, go and register. Where is it again? Did they take it off? Hold on.
Go back to the front.
You're going to go here. When I'm going to register. What am I tearing for? I really know. Are they serious about now?
Yes.
So go here and register your interest. See? Survey is designed to obtain basic information potential customers expressing interest in the various types of housing solutions, right? So if you're interested right now, go here and you can choose a scheme. So this one is Shooter Sale. You tell them which type of unit you're interested in. And if all goes well, they should send you an email when they're ready. Right?
And keep your fingers crossed until then.
Keep your fingers crossed.
Yeah, that they call you.
The good old prayer.
It's only 600 units.
The good old prayer, everybody. Prayer and start to do your background work, right? Like get your pre-approval ready. Make sure you have a deposit and all these things.
Make sure you stay in your job.
Yes, right. Hello, ladies. Are there any houses in Malibu that are ready? Can I have a number for you? So, Toni-Ann is 370-8138.
Any new projects in Trelawney near Falmouth?
Not that I know of. Any new projects? Not that I know of. My number is 2926776, but you'll get through to Toni-Ann quicker than me, everybody.
Erica wants to know, okay, we'll get some information about your, okay, so we did that one already. Let's go down. Tell me about Moorlands in Manchester. Did we see any for sale?
I don't know if any for sale. If you go in the search, just go in the subdivision and type Moorlands. Let's see if anything is there. Search again. Somebody asked what we're using. We're using our realtors database. That's what we're using. We have a back end that we can use to search for properties that are on the system for sale. It's telling me active now on the system is 2,916 properties. That's for sale. That's actively for sale all over the island. When I was on a search, if there's anything for Moorland.
That's how they spell it?
I think so. Nothing. Just put an S on it. No.
Nothing. Oh, you know what I can search for? Gated land developments in Manchester. That will bring me closer
to them. Choose land.
Gated.
And there are 10 such. One of them must be Moorlands. Yeah, the Willows, all the Willows. Sure, I don't reach out this place yet.
No,
all
we
of
did
these
go
are
there.
private.
We did go there, but the gate was
closed.
The gate was
closed. We couldn't get inside.
It's in there. Supposed to be nice though.
They're all on private treaty. We just need to get in there.
Here's a Moorland.
9 million, 0.5 acres. Well, this is Moorlands Manor, phase 3. Not the first Moorlands. This is the second one. $351. This is a lot. Isn't it simple enough? Easy to build on. Rock, stone, galore. All right, so that's Moorlands. If you're interested, you can call us. 370-8138. Are you going to scroll down? Looking forward to class this evening with teachers on to class. I just Sharika, stand by, don't leave. We're going to be talking about land banking.
Rusty Willow says, I have a house to rent in Trelawney. What are your recommendations as to finding good tenants? Do you recommend that I not allow the tenant to sublet the property?
Hague, Trelawney. Where's Hague? Hague, Trelawney. Not sure where Hague is. It depends on so many things. Are you an absent landlord? You will need to really check out the tenant. So you're going to ask for pay slips and make sure they're authentic, original pay slips. You're going to call the company to make, anywhere they said they were, you call the company to make sure they were there. You're also going to call all of the references, you know. And these should be references, people that they know over 10 years. At least 2 of them should be close relatives like mother, father, brother, sister, and so on. Mm-hmm. Another thing you look for when you're looking at the pay slip, you're looking to make sure they can pay your rent. So if somebody pays $100,000 and at the end of the pay slip it says net $10,000 and your rent is $30,000, that person cannot pay the rent. So that is why you ask for the pay slip. So, and usually you will check to see that at least that person is earning at least 3 times the rent. So, or 4 times the rent.
So if they're earning $100,000, they can only afford a rent of what? 30?
30, and that's if their pay slip says 70,000 at least. So the pay slip. Those Jamaican banks,
and usually too, you can speak to their previous landlord.
Yeah, speak to the previous landlord, right? Jamaica, and ask them why they're leaving. Why are you leaving? Where you from now? Is it they usually have some? What's the famous one that we get where we turn the people down? Me and the landlord don't agree.
Yeah, that's a good.
Somebody says, so if you're renting from me, guys, don't tell me you and the landlord don't agree. I'm not renting you anywhere, all right? Because I can be worse than your landlord.
Or you come today and say, I have to rent this space by tomorrow.
Yeah, I have to be there by, yeah, I have to be, and they're in such a rush. Don't rent them anywhere. Do Jamaican banks give mortgages to purchase homes overseas? Like US and no, we don't give you loans from here to purchase houses in Canada and the US. No, we only give you mortgages to purchase a house in Jamaica. So just like how the US and America don't give you mortgages to purchase a house in Jamaica, then the same way our banks don't give you any money to purchase overseas.
English. Hi, Claudia. If you happen to have any lot for sale in a prime area in Manchester, oh, we did that one.
Yeah, Newport and Cedar Grove, that's what we have. No. Stop the person to sponsor. Run up the billion. We did that already. That's a water question. Mm-hmm. We did that one too. 5% for real estate commission. Real estate agents charge 5% commission. That's 5% of the purchase price of the property.
Why is it?
But you're not answering the question.
No,
I see you're passing them.
Because it's the highlight is on, and I'm wondering why I can't get the highlight off. Okay, we're back now. See, it's still on.
Just read the question. Can you read it?
Over the highlight?
Yeah.
I'll try.
All right, so you want what website I'm on? That was the you need to post it. That was the I tell you, I was in the database for the realtors.
If you want to be on the database to get listings that we're seeing, you can send me a WhatsApp at 370-8138. Just let me know the area you want to be in, the budget that you're working with, and your email address, and I'll be able to add you to the system.
Somebody says they're not seeing us out there. If you wanted to zoom out or maximize your screen, not able to see the screen and its contents. All right.
Kumali says, I like the house you displayed yesterday. Tony is just around my auntie home. But you have 3 offers already.
Yes, we do. 3 offers already. Oh, they were telling us I couldn't see the screen. Yes, JPS offers a similar service on their website. You have to register on the app. Okay, you can have multiple accounts on your JPS profile. They also send amount due and overdue via text message, right? Dan Cox says monthly payment, $300,000 home with a $50,000 deposit. Hi. What's your monthly payment be on a $300,000 home with a $50,000 deposit? Tony, write that down. I'll soon take it. I need to get into my land banking presentation today. Any new projects? No. Good afternoon.
CM says, I was assisting someone with some RL questions.
Why I'm late? I told them to subscribe to your channel so they can ask you and be well informed. Thank you, CM. Yes, Lucas is a true expert. Well, Lucas is still a struggle with the WhatsApp. That's what I tell you. Everybody WhatsApp Toni-Ann 370-8138. Can take us something they're not necessarily new, but they're still selling Stone Manor. Yeah, they're still selling, so that's not new. Raining cats and dogs here in Kingston. It's raining here too, but I want to call this cats and dogs.
CM says that would laugh Lucas Zaid, me trying to help out the youths with a little bit of knowledge.
All right, so I'm going to give you some more knowledge too on land banking. Do you remember that recommend that I demand that the tenant, even if it is a family member, execute a lease? But of course, aren't you busy running a business, Rusty Willow? But of course, I must execute agreement. I can tell you the worst people to rent anything to is a family member.
Yeah, because they feel entitled to be in your place without paying rent.
And if them can't pay the rent 1 month, it's like, I mean, so what she wants her for? She don't have money. What she running out? And then you say we're not gonna sympathize.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna give them a notice. You're not taking them to court. You're not telling them to come out.
Oh, but she have my niece and nephew there.
Yeah,
where they going to live?
Yeah. Nah, sorry. I don't know. If you're going to put the relative in there, just put them in there. But the rent business, I know you're going to manage.
Yeah, the most we can say is make sure you fix the toilet and cut the yard. But
Surgical properties are over 80. Lucas 8. You see the 3-bedroom townhouse being sold on Seymour Avenue by Sagicor for over 80. Is that 80 million?
There is a 2-acre lot of land on Seymour for sale, and it's 200 million for the land alone.
Yeah, but they buy the 200 million and I'm gonna put the townhouse in. It's only drug dealers can afford that, you're sure. 2-bedroom house renting in Portmore. I'm able to pay 35. Oh, we do have a 2-bedroom for rent, Tony. Where's the video?
For 34.
No, it's for 65. Where's the video?
It's not out yet.
It's not out yet. So that's new coming to guys. We have a 2-bedroom, 1 bathroom in the gated community of Phoenix Vista. That's coming out. New Phoenix. You have any properties or land for sale in Beverly Hills, do we? Don't think so, no. Tony was reminding me the other day. No, it's Rachel was reminding me, said, Mom, imagine you were selling land in Beverly Hills for 10 million.
I know. And people are like, oh, that's so expensive.
10 million. You have any more questions? I need to dive into the presentation. No more?
Well, don't go so fast. Let's see. Hi, Claudia is sharing. Thanks again. What should I do first, grill or landscaping? I'm considering an Airbnb. Grill first. You have to secure the property. For Airbnb, they usually ask you for 2 things first: security and then AC. So you have to grill first, put in the AC. If you have extra money, put up a fence. If you're already in a gated community, then landscaping. If you're already in a gated, the fence is not an urgency, right? So if your parent die and leave property in your name, how long will it take for me to get a grant to sell?
You
If
want
your
to sell the
parents
property?
die and leave property in your name, you keep the property.
It depends on the property still. How long will it take with a grant to sell? It's gonna take you maybe a year or two, depending on your lawyer. Grant of probate you're asking me about. It depends on the lawyer. The lawyer is the key to that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a lawyer already? Give her the link for the lawyer, and then let me go into my land banking. I think we missed some of the questions. And hold on, look, as they say a few years ago, did you sell sold land unfairly for much less than 200 million? Scooped up by BMW, AC, Marriott Hotel.
See?
That's the BMW dealership is who? ATL? Yeah. Auto House.
Mm-hmm.
Owned by Stewart's
family.
Stewart family.
Why is MLS 4868 Clarendon so cheap for 11 acres? Well, probably because it's Clarendon.
Yeah, Clarendon, quote unquote, Devon.
Go here.
Clarendon can have some issues, right?
And Clarendon doesn't have as much infrastructure work as well.
It tends to be a dry place to do. Really dry. I mean, we're gonna check it. MLS what?
48468. Is that really it? This is not 11 million. Oh yeah, it's 11 acres.
Chapeltown. It's a private treaty. I think maybe they haven't validated it. Somebody had do a drive-by shooting. 11 acres.
Look for where is this? It doesn't say much about it.
We need to go look at this, 52 days on the market. 52 days on the market. For 2.2 million 11 acres, you really should have looked Ashley Mount. You see, there is some bushman.
Could be, and it says Chapelton. That's like coming out of Maypen into Chapelton and going out.
Yeah,
that place tends to be deserted.
All right, Tony.
Maybe that's why the agent was too scared to come out of the car to take the photo.
Really? Let's get to the land banking presentation. All right, everybody. So hold the questions until I do this presentation. So the presentation is about land banking as an alternative. What's the slideshow? As an alternate investment, right?
You want it here or here?
I want it on there.
So I'm going to switch screens.
Slideshow.
Stop sharing. New share. Where do I find it? Design or view? View?
Slideshow.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I'm sorry.
That's not what I want. I need to share first.
I need to bring in the slideshow.
But why is it on this screen as well? Still need to be able to see here, right?
Percentage housing agency normally asks a down payment, usually 5%. If your NHT is giving you 95, how long after a building permit is granted you have to start and finish? To start, you have 6 months. To finish can be infinity. But to start is 6 months. That's what you have to start. Let me take another question. You seem to not be able to. I don't know why you
There's
can't.
not a question. I'm not. I can share it, but I can't. It's sharing on both my screens for some reason.
So why don't you cancel one of the screens? Do you need both screens?
No, I can cancel one of the screens. Let's see. All right, go ahead.
So are you able to see?
I'm gonna check from the phone.
All right, welcome everybody. We're standing by for me to do the presentation on land banks, checking to make sure that you're able to see the screen. We have lost visuals on you and your messages. So temporary. Toni-Ann is just going to log into something. She's logging into her phone to make sure that you're seeing the presentation. We're not able to communicate with you. Maybe somebody can send us a quick WhatsApp. Yeah, on the phone. Yeah.
Okay, I have this one.
Is it delayed?
And it says processing. I'm hoping it comes up. Let's see. Processing. Yeah. It's
Okay,
working.
it's working. All right, everybody. Don't the technology. All right, so land banking. You've heard me talk about land banking all the time in my videos. So really and truly, what is land banking? So we're going to talk about what is land banking, alternatives to land banking, disadvantages of other types of investments, advantages of land banking, the disadvantages of land banking, how to get cash flow with land banking, my personal case study on the land banking concept, and we're going to compare it with other things like inflation, interest rate, and so on. And of course, I'll tell you what I learned. Now, what is land banking? So land banking is a practice of aggregating parcels of land for future sale or development. So it's the practice of getting or buying parcels of land. So you might buy a piece in Manchester, you buy a piece in Portland, St. Thomas, and you hold it for future sale or development. So when you buy the land, you can hold it 2, 3, 4, 10 years, and you can sell it down the road. Or you can hold it for future development. All right, so it's really a buy-hold technique whereby you use cash to buy land instead of putting it in a traditional bank, government paper, or the stock market, or other types of real estate. All right, so instead of you keeping the cash in the bank or buying government paper like CDs and bonds and treasury bills, or buying stocks on the stock exchange, or buying other kinds of real estate like buildings and so on. Instead of doing that with the cash, you would buy land instead. That is land banking. Now, if you have cash, what other possible uses of cash, right? For real estate. You can either buy a house and flip it, right? So you buy a piece of real estate for X, and you sell it back for Y. So you flip, you flip. You buy it for $10, you put $20 in it, and you sell it for $40. So you would have made a profit. You also buy it for passive income. Passive income, so you buy real estate for the rental income is really what you buy it for, but you have to make sure you're getting positive cash flow. So you have a investment property when the income is more than the expenditure. So let's say the income is 50,000, the expenditure is 30,000. You put 20,000 in your pocket, then you have an investment property. If you are getting rent for 50,000 and the expenses is 80,000 per month, you do not have a rental property. You just have a you just have a house. It's not an investment property, everybody. All right. Now, disadvantage of other types of investments are cash. Cash is an asset, yes. Cash is easy to spend. Tell me about it, right? All of us know that. Right now, if I have the cash, I just go buy my beds, right? Take it out of the bank and go buy the beds.
You know what's easy to spend in Jamaica? $10,000. If you leave your house with 10,000 Jamaican dollars, you won't come back home with it.
No, you won't, for sure. It's easy to lend.
Yeah.
Yeah, so somebody come and say, oh, I need a school fee or whatever, I need money for borrow. You take it out and you lend it. It's easily stolen as well. So the same bank you're putting it in, it can be stolen from the bank. Put it on your mattress, them steal it. Put it in your safe, them steal it. It can be lost. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You take out 100,000 of the bank and walk, go somewhere and you're looking at your handbag, it gone. It can be lost, it drop out. It also loses its value due to inflation. And later on in the presentation, I'll show you. It's certainly not insurable against loss.
Mm-hmm.
So if you take the 100, as like somebody say, I said, guys, you draw a manager's check for $1 million, walk into the lawyer's office, and for some reason you lose the manager's check. That's like cash. It's on. Try and run back to the bank and tell them, oh, I lose the manager's check and whatever. They're going to tell you, tough luck, because you taking that manager's check was like cash. It's not insurable against loss. Also, the main part about the cash thing for me is that it makes me really nervous. Cash makes me nervous. Stocks. Stocks are another type of investment, but with stocks, you have no control. It's uncertain. You can certainly lose value real fast. You don't have enough time to adjust. I mean, you can buy a stock today for $10, and by tomorrow, it's selling for $5. It just drop out of the sky, right? It's not insurable against loss. Nobody is going to insure your stock. For sure, right? So that one makes me nervous as well. You also have bank instruments. Now, bank instruments like fixed deposits, or certificates of deposit, treasury bills, bonds. The rate of return is too low.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you lose value due to inflation. They can be insurable, some of them, not all, right? The building, usually why they can be like that is because usually they're backed by government. So when you buy bonds, stock, treasury bills and so on, it's a government instrument that you're buying, right? So you would hope the government don't fail. Now, you can also buy a building. But if you buy a building, you're going to have tenant issues, like the tenant will run up the water bill, right? You're going to have utility payments, termites to deal with, maintenance, usually some big mortgage, mm-hmm. and the income tax. Income tax because you've collected rent, you have made a profit. So you have to pay income tax on that, right? So cash is one, stocks, bank instruments, and building. So those are the other types of investments that you can convert cash, right? So what are the advantages of land banking? So you take your cash and you do land banking instead. Well, the first thing is that land is scarce. So you're buying a scarce commodity. Mm-hmm. There is no more land being built, everybody. The creator not making no more land, right? That's it. Okay? Demand is always there. So with population rise, demand is always there. Every time somebody have a baby, more children born, everything, people want to own a house and want to own land, right? You can buy it and forget it and come back and it's there. Sure. It's not going to move and go anywhere. It's not going to walk away, right? It's not easy to spend mm-hmm. that much, but that's for sure. You know that, right? Nobody wants to borrow the land, literally. It's hard to steal, so them can't take it up and walk away with it.
That's what, 12 years before they can steal it?
Well, they can squat on it, but they can sit on it. But they can't take up the land and walk away with it.
Right.
It's still there. So they can't steal it. It's hard to walk away and get lost, right? So land will stay with you. You're in full control of your land. So you in full control. When you purchase a piece of land, you're in full control. You can fence it. You can just chop it down. You can do so many things. What else? It's fully insurable against loss, everybody. So you buy a piece of land for $10 million, you can go into the insurance company, and for a little bit of money every month, you can insure against loss.
What kind of loss would you need to insure your land against?
Flooding, volcano, earthquake,
the acts of God.
Acts of God, yeah. You can insure against that. All right? So it's fully insurable against loss. If it's losing value, you have enough time to adjust and pull out. So you see people moving in the area, them don't look too good or to you. And you say, no, so the value of the place will go down. You have some time that you can sell, right? And mitigate your loss. The rate of return, usually have some kind of rate of return. Because it keeps pace with inflation. It doesn't lose the value like how cash loses its value. It tends to keep pace with inflation. So if inflation is running at 10% per year, usually that land value will go up 10% per
And
year.
is that because it's a scarce commodity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have more, you have the demand factor is there. Demand and supply is low. Demand is high, supply is low. You have no tenant issues, no utility payments. So nobody can run up your water bill. No termites to deal with eating out your house. Minimum maintenance. All you have to probably is bush it every 6 months.
And fence it.
And fence it, yeah. No, you can fence it cheaply with barbed wire. No mortgage or small, or it comes with a smaller mortgage than a house. You have no income tax to deal with. And it does not make me nervous. That's the key for me. Don't make me nervous. I can't leave it. Right? I can't go to my bed and sleep. I can't do that with stocks, guys. You're so nervous with these stocks. You're getting up 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, check it.
Just check it.
All right. So disadvantage of land banking, it takes long. Yes, I know. You buy a piece of land today, you're going to wait 5-10 years for you to realize the gains, right? But sometimes it can be quicker. I'm going to tell you how. There tends to be no cash flow from the land itself, and your money is tied up. I understand those three things. Takes long, no cash flow, money tied up. So, but let us see how you can get cash flow from land banking. So I went into my brain and I started to think. You can lease out the land to farmers. You can grow your own crops, mobile campsite, grow flowers, build a goat house and rent it.
Right, don't try and run the goats.
Don't try water a goat and nurture a goat. Just build a goat house. Call a farmer and say, hey, I have a goat house here, can hold 100 goats. You want to rent it from me?
You know what I'm looking at too?
If you goat house is just board.
If you own like an acre of land in Clarendon, for argument's sake, and on that acre of land, you build 4 goat houses and you rent that to 4 farmers.
Yeah. Tony, we should probably do that. 4 goat houses. And they would have a grazing area and stuff, right? Them don't pay, you make them take them goat and go about them business.
Right.
Yeah, right. You know? Grow a garden. Rent the space to photographers. You can build a dog run and host dog shows. You can rent tower space to the utility companies. All right? Solar farm, wind farm. Can make parking bays if you're on a main storage facility, mobile home, bike and walk trails, driving theater, truck stop. And of course, I could go on and on. My brain is fertile like that. All right. So you can do all those things. So remember, I'm talking about land banking, everybody, as an alternate to keeping the money in the bank in cash or buying government paper and so on, or buying even buildings, right? So how did I get started in land banking? Who says this? Savings is for losers. Saving is for losers. Robert Kiyosaki says that, everybody. I don't think you can see my Robert Kiyosaki book now. But I picked up a Robert Kiyosaki book in the year 2001, I think it was. Or could be 2000. At the time, the company I was with, Island Life Insurance, that started this buzz going around that we were going to be made redundant and the company was going to close down because we were going through the whole, at that time we were going through the whole bank closures and all those things. In Jamaica, we call it the FinSac debacle, financial sector adjustment.
They can see your book, you know.
They can't see my book? Are you sure about that?
They can see you.
They can't see me? Here it is, guys. So, this is the first one I bought. What the rich teach their children that the poor don't. I read the book. And there's a book. I read the book. But I just fluffed over the book. I'm a speed reader. So I speed through the book like Speedy Gonzales.
Like novel.
Yeah, like me I read novel.
Didn't realize it was a textbook.
You know, so I read the book. And actually I loaned out the book to somebody. And them never returned the book. So I went back and I bought another one. And funnily enough, I read the book. The redundancy thing was going wrong. And I said, yeah, man, I get my redundancy money. I go have some seed money and I can do what Robert says. So Mr. Kiyosaki says that you are to look for rental property where the rent is more than the expense. And you're going to have your first cash flow property. So, of course, me I go to the place, I look for this rental property. I look for property. I check the company them for the mortgage and see how much that will be. Because remember, my first house I bought in 1990. So my mortgage is almost done pay for and all of that. And for the life of me, I couldn't find such a property in Jamaica where the rent is more than the mortgage, the property tax, the insurance, the maintenance. I couldn't find such a property. I look and there is no such thing.
It would have to be like a property that rents to several tenants.
I don't know, but I couldn't find a property. So what I did, eventually I got fed up with Mr. Robert Kiyosaki and his book and I put it down. Right? And I decided to take out the book again. So this is the third time I'm reading this book. And I'm so happy, Mr. Kiyosaki, that I did take up your book on a third time. Because I'm thinking this real estate, there has to be something to it. I took it up again, read it again. And would you believe, everybody, that in the book, there's a story where he talks about his friend wanting a piece of land. And he went out and found a piece of land, a big piece of land. And him cut off piece of it, sell him friend, and then him keep the rest. So him actually get fee land free.
Okay.
He says, and in it he says, instead of buying a piece of the pie, you must buy all of the pie. Because when we buy the retail lands, we're actually buying a piece of the pie. So somebody buy the big land, cut it up, and sell you a piece. Right? But him say you must buy the big pie. Now, Robert said this in the last part of the book. So I never read the book all over to the end before he said it. And then I said, hold on a little bit. So I can buy land today. Because before I was focused on house, and the rental. So I started looking at the lands now and I said, land, I can buy land. But guess what now? I still only have a little deposit. I don't have no money to buy no land same way. So even though the lands are cheaper, I didn't have money to buy land same way. I still had to think, how am I going to get this land? Until finally it dawned on me. I said, well, I can still buy the land, pay the deposit, and pay the monthly mortgage like the savings.
Okay, that you were saving towards anyway.
Right, because I was already saving the 10,000 per month or 12,000 per month. Right? So I said I could take the loan, make my deposit save me, and pay my 10 or 12,000 every month. That would be like me saving the money in the land. So instead of me saving the money in the bank, everybody, I'm now saving this money in the land. Wow! I mean, it was like, Tony, it was like,
moment.
like something was going on in front of me. So that's what I did, right? So that's what I did. So remember, and I took out the book from 2000. So we finally got the redundant in 2003.
Mm-hmm.
And I have this little money, man. And I did find a piece of land, right? But not no big piece of land, you know, one little quarter acre.
So it wasn't the whole pie.
No, it wasn't the whole pie, guys. I didn't find the whole pie. Because I'm in my brain, I'm saying, Claudia, you can't buy the whole pie. You just have to find one little piece of land and start. That's the key, you know. To start. Right? So I found a little piece of land in 04. The selling price at the time was 900,000 Jamaican dollars. I paid 25% deposit, which was 375,000. I took a 10-year loan from Jamaica National in July 2004 for 675,000. Interest rate at the time was 16%, and I took a term for 10 years. Those of you who have listened to me show you how to use the loan amortization calculator, you can go on it now and do this maths, right? So the loan that I took was 675,000. 16% was the interest, and the term was 10 years. So I paid a monthly money of 12,292.64, but that money includes the insurance for the peril, right? And for my life insurance. Because when you take a mortgage in Jamaica, they do insure your life, and they also peril insurance, right? Okay. Now my total payments, I completed the payments July 2014. So the total payments would have been 1,475,116.8 based on the 12,292. So it's 120 months I've been paying 12,292. So the total loan plus cash. So the cash I had, remember, was 375,000. That was my deposit plus the 1,475. So the total money that I spent between 2004 and 2014 that I banked in the land itself was $1.850, $116. So 1.850. That's the total money, hard cash, that I would have spent 12,292 per month for 10 years plus 375,000 as a deposit. In December 2015, I found a valuation that was done. Tony's right there, just pass it for me. So the valuation was done, and they told me that it valued at 3.5 million. That was in 2015 when I did the valuation, right? And I'm a realtor, so I'm estimating that if I was to sell the property right now, I could ask 5.5 million. And after I have paid my closing costs and all of that, I could have walked away with maybe 5 million. It's probably in the folder itself. All right. So now we want to compare the money if it was in the bank. All right. So I needed to remember the figures. Oh, Tony, you need to give me a pen. So the numbers are 375,000 that I deposited. Thank you. And I paid 12,292.64 per month for 10 years. All right, so let's see if we can compare the money now. Okay, you found the valuation, Tony? Is that the valuation? Thomas Forbes, this don't look like the valuation. Valuation is on a different paper. But I found the valuation. This is not the valuation. Valuation is on a binded paper. This must have been the first. Let me see if this is the first valuation. Yes, this is the first valuation. When I bought the land in 2004 in January, the valuation was 1 million, and I bought it for 900,000, right? So the second valuation in 2015, so it was done by VB, and he gave me a value of 3.5 million, I think it was, when I looked at it. So the land value 3.5 million. That was 2015. And I'm saying now in 2020, in the 2020, I could have sold the property for 5.5 million. But let's compare it as if the money was in the bank. Huh? So you're going to go to a calculator called the future value calculator. Future value of money calculator. Hope you can still see the screen. And the future value of money calculator allows us to put in a value. For the monthly investment at the time was 12,292.64 at the time. I'm going to use an interest rate of about 6, and I'll tell you why a little. I'll show you why I use that interest rate a little later. It's compounded monthly, and the present value will be my 375,000, because that's what I started with. Number of years, 10 years, and it's compounded. We're saying it's compounded monthly.
$20 million?
No, this is 122 as opposed to
12.
12. Mm-hmm. So it's saying
2.8.
The value, if I had put down 375,000 and monthly, I invested 12,926 at 6% monthly. For 10 years, I could have made a gain of 2.8 million. But that is, I'm going to show you why even this 2.8 million is over. There's no, first of all, the interest rates did not hold at 6% for the period. The interest rates actually went down, down, down. All right, so let's get back to the presentation. All right, so you can now see back my screen. All right, so, all right. Now let's do a comparison to Robert Kiyosaki, Savings is for Losers. 2004, 2014, and 2020. Now the interest rate in 2004 was 6. I'm calculating that 6.5. I'm saying it would have held. In 2014, it was 0.96 on the same July. And in 2020, the interest rates in the banks now in Jamaica, they're actually at 0.40, everybody. 0.40. So let's look at the interest rates. All right, for some reason, I'm not able to open this one here.
That one is an Excel sheet?
Yeah. Both of them are Excel sheets.
Do you remember where it was?
It's in Excel, it's on a desktop. All right, so I'm gonna open it from a desktop.
That's Atom.
All right, we're looking at the interest. I want to show you where to go. So you go to the Bank of Jamaica website, actually. It's on a desktop.
Remember where? What's it called?
It's on the desktop at the top. Here.
This one? Inflation?
Interest savings rate. Here's a table. So this table you can pick up from the BOJ's website. And it allows you, so February 21. So the last interest rate update that they gave us is saying February 21.
Where isn't it showing?
It was big a while ago.
There you go.
Last one update, February 21, the interest rates in the savings in commercial banks was 0.41. Those of you with money in these banks now are supposed to think to yourself, oh my God, oh my God.
Pennies.
0.41. So if you had 10 million in the bank, how would you get it, Tony? 0.41. All right, so let's go.
At any point, it was 6%.
Yeah, man, was. So we're going to look
So
at
it just keeps getting lower.
So 2004, when that by the place? July 2004. It was actually 7.49.
Oh, that's good.
It was 7.49. But look what happened after that. Look here. It started going down.
And just forever fell.
And it fell after that. So in 2004, those of you who were not paying attention, the interest rates in the banks just kept falling. Look, follow the chart.
Yeah, it just kept falling.
It just kept falling. It's like a downhill train.
Are they planning to go to zero?
Yeah, well, obviously looks that way. All right, so 2014, where did it land in 2014? July. This is it here. 0.96, which is what I have on my chart. So everybody, that's why I said to you that my 6% that I used for the interest rate was very generous, because there's no way you could have averaged 6% in the 10 years if the rates kept falling to that kind of a level. All right, so I was being generous. All right, so let's get back to the presentation.
Okay, so
for everybody, if Toni-Ann was here, I would not be able to get back. You can't close that.
You finished with it now?
Finish with that one, but we'll move to the presentation behind it. All right, so let's look at the US currency.
Is it?
Yeah. So the US currency.
This one?
The US currency, hold on a moment. The US currency in 2004 was $61.80. In 2014, it was at that time, July 2014, $112.85. And in 2020, it was $154.40. I'm going to show you what I do with the US currency later on. What's less than inflation? Now, in 2004, if you were getting an interest rate of 6.5, inflation was running at 13.7. And in 2014, with a 0.96 interest rate, inflation was at 6.4. And in 2020, interest rate is 0.40, and the inflation is already at 5.2. Came in at 5.2. So let's see. So you're going to go to the same BOJ website. Tony, can you open it? Open it on the, can't open it. All right, so she's gonna open it on the Excel. But go to the BOJ website, I'll show you inflation. I'll show you how to open it on the BOJ website. So this is straight from the BOJ website. So you're looking at the period. So here is the annual rate, right? Inflation rate, this is the annual rate. So I bought this place in 2004. What was the rate then? 2004, 13.7, right? And in 2014, it was 6.4. And now in 2021, well, let me check that here, but 2020, 5.2. Get back to the chart, get back to the PowerPoint. So what I'm trying to point out to you that if you keep the money in the bank, the interest rate is always lower than the inflation.
Oh.
And that seems to hold, and I want you to check it, everybody. Come and tell me next week. Tell me if there was a year when interest rate was actually higher than inflation, right? The inflation is what keeps prices going up. So you want to have that money in something that will hold the value even if the inflation is climbing.
So
it's not going to leave your money behind like this.
So you need something that keeps pace with inflation.
Keeps pace with inflation.
And that has to be something that's scarce.
And it has to be something that's not perishable.
And not perishable.
That cannot be destroyed.
So maybe if I had some gold.
Perishable, because the most of it perishable and it cannot be destroyed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now let us say you had taken it some US dollars. You had some US dollars in the bank. In 2004, if you had the 1.850, and I didn't have 1.850, remember?
375.
At 375. So I never want to use a 375. If I had 1,850,000 and I had converted to US dollars, it would have been 29,000.
Mm-hmm.
When you convert it back to today's 154, it would have been 4.6.
That's not bad if you had left your money in US.
Now, could you have left this US in the bank, 1.8 million, and don't touch it?
Don't touch it.
Don't touch it.
You call those things? Those things that you can't touch your money for 5 years.
And you're going to pray that this bank is still around in 2020. Ladies and gentlemen, I can tell you, some of these banks that were here in 2004, they're no longer here. Mm-hmm. All right? So that's what you're comparing it with. So what did I learn from all of this? Well, land banking, right? First thing, I have to convert the rent that I'm paying to a mortgage. And that rent must have been no more than 30% of my income, right? That mortgage, sorry.
Wait, rent?
Mortgage. So rent, so convert your rent to mortgage. The first thing. When you're doing that, you're looking at a house to buy, try and keep it to a 30% debt service ratio, not a 50% that the bank's pushing you up to now. Mm-hmm. Because imagine you earning 100,000, you're paying 50,000 in mortgage. You only have 50,000 leave. 10,000 gone to the government for taxes. You have 40,000 leave. That must put gas in your car, or pay bus fare, food, school fee, da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh, so you're saying as a first-time purchaser,
yes,
when I purchase my first property, don't use all the money that the bank says I'm qualified for.
No.
Right. So get something that's 30% so that I have the 20% still in mortgage money can get to do the land banking.
Yes, buy a piece of land.
Okay.
Buy a piece of land. No.
But mommy, I don't see how this will work for those younger persons that may only qualify for like 15 million. You're gonna have to buy a cheaper property.
You have to buy a cheaper property, or you're going to work and improve yourself, and within 2 years improve your income, mm-hmm. and then you buy the land.
Okay.
Then you do the land banking, because by now your debt service ratio would have moved. Mm-hmm. Right? So you're going to work on yourself, everybody. Not work hard on the job, and work hard on yourself. Right? Because if you work hard on the job, yes, you will get more pay. Sure. But if you work on yourself, the money that you can earn more by working on yourself, learning more things so that you're more marketable and your employer can see as somebody valuable, I can tell you the sky is the limit. All right? Now, remember I said about you need, Mr. Kirsten says where to buy the pie.
No, oh, buy the pie
and cut it up and sell.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying you can still buy the piece of the pie, but buy in new subdivisions.
Oh, that way the land is, the first price is basically the cheapest price the land's going to be.
Exactly.
Okay, I see it. That's
so
smart.
If you buy a land like in Palmetto Estates that I was selling, congrats everybody who bought a Palmetto Estates, mm-hmm. right? The land is the cheapest price. It can only go up from there. Nobody's going to buy Palmetto at 3.5 and sell it back for 3.5.
Sure.
Or buy it for 2 million and sell it back for 2 million. Not going to do it. Right? We sold new land developments in Draxall, starting at 65,000. The same land, lot 19, ended up at 85,000, starting from 65, even before we finished selling.
Yeah, before it even hand over.
Right. So some persons actually got Palmbrook for 2.5. Mm-hmm. Right? So you can buy lands in new subdivisions. That's another way that you can benefit from land banking. All right? or buy the pie as Mr. Kiyosaki says, and subdivide it. So you're going to buy 1 acre or more, 1 acre, 2 acre, 3 acre, 10 acre, 100 acres, whatever it is.
You can manage.
You can manage. You're going to buy it and you do the subdivision. And listen, everybody, if you can't buy the land by yourself, remember Mr. Kiyosaki says, you work with other people. Well, he doesn't say it in the first book. I think he says it in the second book, which is Guide to Investment. All right? You work with other persons. That is how you're going to move from A to B to C.
Mm-hmm.
And lastly, you want to stay away from consumer debt. So if you're going to take on the debt,
Mm-hmm.
it must be a piece of real estate, whether it be the house or you do the land banking.
No furniture loan, no car loan.
You know, other people like furniture loan.
I honestly
You
don't
can't
see the benefit in furniture loan.
Me either, but you can't take furniture loan. So let us say you found a rental property, you want to rent it furnished, you realize you're going to get more money, run into the furniture place and borrow the money and make the rent pay it back.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because that's investment. As long as the furniture rental plus the mortgage plus the maintenance of the property tax, as long as that is less than the income bringing in.
I thought you said you couldn't find a property like that.
If you might be able to. But I'm saying, you're saying don't take the furniture money, but I'm saying you can take that furniture loan or hire purchase as long as the rent is covering it. You understand? Because at the end of the 3-year period, you own the furniture. And you can now always sell it if you don't need it anymore. Right?
You think furniture is an asset that's sellable?
I'm not saying it's an asset, but I'm saying it is an asset to an asset. So in other words, if the house, so let us say it's going to be rented for $1,000 furnished, unfurnished, but $2,000 furnished,
mm-hmm.
and the to pay for the furniture is only going to cost you $300.
Mm-hmm.
You take the furniture alone, just the same, right? But you stay away from consumer debt that you yourself have to go work and pay for. You have to work and pay for the furniture or pay for the car or whatever it is, right? All right, everybody. So that's it. Happy land banking. Of course, we're still taking your questions. You can ask me some land banking questions, but I hope I fledged it out for you. Tony's going to bring up by the screen so I can see again. Recession is happening in 2000. Recession. You would think it was recession. No recession in 2008. Land prices did not recess.
In where?
Though somebody says recession was happening in 2008.
Oh.
All right, everybody. So I hope I'd fledged out the land banking for you. US was a 154 in 2020, just past 150 in 2021. Well, Nelly, you can go and look at the BOJ website and do that. Oh, let me show them the BOJ website. So you can bring up the BOJ website. You can probably give me back my 2 screens now. Let me see if there's a question I need that I missed earlier. How I get back to the top. All right, let me. Thank you. I hope you came on for the land banking. Your screen is frozen. Your screen seems to be frozen. Oh, can they see us, hear us? Thumbs up if you can still hear us. Looking for a 3-bedroom to rent. Don't have any 3-bedroom. We have a 2-bedroom in Phoenix coming out this week. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 65,000. Jamaica. We also had a recession last year. Some persons will say we were in a recession last year, but for real estate, there was no recession. Okay, come out that screen. For real estate, the demand, the sheer demand drove the prices up. Bank of Jamaica website.
This is it? Yes.
So on the Bank of Jamaica website, you can actually go and check everything that I just did. So this inflation, monetary policy, here's the inflation targets performance, and you click here, you will see the spreadsheet that I just showed you. All right, and of course you can go on and read everything. The Bank of Jamaica website is very good. Got historical exchange rates too, so currency, foreign exchange rates. They also give you the historical value, so you can actually go and check all where the US dollar actually started. Let's just do it for fun. What was the US dollar when we started all of this monetary policy?
Did it open?
We do have capital gains tax here in Jamaica. So we don't have that associated cost, and our property tax in Jamaica is very cheap. Let's bring up a property tax and show them how much is a property tax here. So property tax is not our issue. So you probably wouldn't be able to do land banking in the States, but you certainly can do it here because the property tax is not an issue. So go to the top. So the dollar as of the 22nd of April is now at 154.40 based on the Bank of Jamaica rate. Seems to have frozen. Let's go all the way to the top. So in 1973, the 16th of April, the dollar was $1 to 91 Jamaican cents. Wow.
That's not bad.
Tony, what do you mean that's not bad?
And it was steady for a while.
It was steady for a while. That was 1973. We had a strong dollar. The ladies and gentlemen, Jamaica had a strong dollar. All the way to which year? Let's see when it started to get haywire. Try to man the phone at the same time. All right, so 157 not bad. Started going haywire in 78. And then
yeah, that's where it started.
Right, and then they held it for a while in 78. And still holding it firm, holding firm all the way in the 70s.
It's rising to 178. We're at now. But it held firm for a while.
It held firm for a while. When did it start going haywire? In the 80s?
No, it was holding at 8. Oh, here
it was
went.
Holding.
What happened in 83?
We had an election, I think, you know.
That's where it tripled in 83.
Yeah. We had some kind of election, I think. Did we? Most of. And then it started out a runaway trade after that. Right? So everybody, you can look at the BOJ website for your historical data. Let me get back to the questions.
We'll probably see that easier here.
Oh, I wanted to show somebody for our property tax. No buying of furniture through hire purchase or loan if you can't afford furniture. Yeah, don't buy the listen, man, just sleep on the floor. In 1990, when we moved into our house in Spanish Town, I actually sold the furniture to pay the escalation cost. Those of you buying houses now are surprised at escalation, but these escalations have been around a long time. I had to sell the furniture, so we actually moved in without furniture. Right?
That would be good on the moving.
Yeah, it was not a bad thing. All right, everybody. So you want to?
I'm going back to the questions just in case we missed some.
I'm trying to. I want to show the property tax.
Do you have a property tax to look at? I don't think so.
Maybe I have one saved. So you go on the property, those of you property in Jamaica, you can go to the property tax website, put in your valuation number, Just click here now, maybe one save. Yeah, this is one. This is government, is it?
But it doesn't show any amount.
Queens Bar, because government. Kings KCC that they don't pay tax.
So that's one's not a good one.
No. Fair, so. Same thing, Commission of Lands. Hold on. Commission of Lands. Okay.
No, they all start with one, right? We don't have any. So we have to show one.
Bring up a random map. All right, so we're gonna show. Let me see. Hey, Miss Davis, my cousin is in the U.S. Tourist from Atlanta. Bought his land for $3,000 because he lives in the country. He even built a house on it. 3,000 US. Excellent. Are you bringing up one? What are you doing?
We need to go to an agency to find random one.
Can you find me another question?
Yeah, sure.
So Elan, Jamaica, I'm going on the map. Give me another question, let me take it. So while Tony does that, I will map system pick a random parcel of land. Let's hope it's not one of you.
Just Sharika wants to know, which do you prefer more, investing in land or houses?
Land. Well, Sharika, that's me personally. Now, the reason why you're not able, so okay, so I prefer land. For you to, for the rent to be more than the expenses like the mortgage, the property tax, and so on, you can't buy a ready-made house and that work. So you can't buy a house that somebody built already because you're buying their equity. You have to build it from scratch. So it's just like this is Xander's little book here. So the person who sew this book, and it's a cloth book, the person who sew it and put it together, this person put on the components of the thread and the fabric and everything and put it together. Same thing like the house, the block, the steel, tied, everything that go in it. So that is a ready-made house, them say, or a ready-made book. You're buying at retail, right? You buy at cost when you go purchase the components and put them together. That's where you would buy the manufacturing price. So when you build your own house, you should be able to build at the manufacturing price. I found that's the only way that the rent will be less than, the rent will be more than the mortgage, the property tax, all of those things come down. You have to build your own property, which is why I went and learned construction.
Bob wants to know, land banking have associated costs, property tax, insurance, capital gain tax, etc.
No capital gains tax,
but you do have
insurance. You do have insurance, and you do have to insure it, Bob. It's only land. All right, so let's take a random parcel. Where is this one? Where do you get this one?
Just take it back. Double click. No, you have to double.
Actually, everybody, so I don't even know how to get to that, but you can use this map to also measure the the distance, the length of a road, right? We'll probably show that. We'll show you next week.
It's simple as that.
Where's the new measurement? Why is it not coming off? What's the other question? Yes, Portmore might be a parish soon. Is Spanish Town okay to buy new development? Yes. That's where I bought my first house, Fairview Park, Spanish Town. Bought it for $200,000 with escalation. Sold it back for 2 points. I bought it in 1990. Sold it back for 2.6 million in. It was 2004. That could have been. You have another question?
Wow, this was random. I got green acres in Spanish Town.
All right, so let us see. I have to bring up back. Bring up back. Click here. So we're gonna bring up back. So this is where you said land valuation number. We're gonna copy it. So let us see how much is this property tax. 232 green acres. I hope this is nobody. That beautiful. Oh, good. It says KCC. Oh no, that's not it. Please submit. So all of this is public knowledge. So it belongs to Angela O'Connor. Look at this property tax, everybody.
Oh, 17.
17,000 per year. How much is that per month? $1,050? $1,055 per month. That's Jamaican. So property tax is not an issue here. Oh yeah, how do you handle a rental property that costs more than mortgage than you getting as rental income in the initial stage? Do you think holding it for appreciation is good and increase rent over time? There's no tea that house prices will go up. There isn't. So from the get-go, when you're buying a property, make sure if it's for investment purposes, you want to make sure that the rent is higher than the mortgage. However, I would say you can take a chance that new property, in other words, a new property, because the demand is so great, chances are persons would not. Some persons never know about the development. Or they wanted one and them couldn't get one, like all those over Portmore right now. Them want one and them can't get one. So the demand is so great. So you're really not buying it for the rental, you're more buying it for the capital gain. You're buying it to buy it for 13 million, sell it back for 20 million. So it's really not about rent, quote unquote, because your mortgage might be on 90, 80,000, and you're only getting 65,000 for rent. Right? So it's really for the capital gain and the appreciation value. Also, you can realign the property, remortgage the property, refinance the property. So in other words, you bought it for 13 million, and in 1 year, because of the demand, it goes to 21 million. You can refinance at 80% and take out another 10 million and have some more money and go buy the next place, right? So there are a couple of things you can do with it. All right.
This is funny. Silky Touch says, moving in a house without furniture is stepping in, not moving in.
I like that. Yeah, so we step in. Yeah, we step in without the furniture. It was cool for a while, but after a while we could buy the furniture. And then of course we couldn't pay the mortgage. So I'm telling you, certain things. I'm not watching a lot of Korean shows now, everybody. And I'm looking at these people, they sleep on the floor. And I'm saying, why we have so much bed and whatever? They sleep on the floor, they eat them dinner on the floor, everything. We have this whole heap of furniture.
Carly wants to know, good evening, Miss Davis. Can you explain what a balloon mortgage is?
What is a balloon mortgage? I've never taken one of those. But I think it's more or less when the mortgage keeps going up. Let us see. It keeps going up. We don't really do balloon mortgages in Jamaica.
There it is, from Wiki.
It does not fully amortize over the term of the loan. It leaves a balance at maturity. The final payment is called a balloon payment. Because of its large size, balloon payment mortgages are more common in commercial real estate than in residential real estate. That doesn't look like a mortgage that you want.
Also, maybe in terms of you pay it back after you've like built the commercial complex and get your tenants or sell them or something, and you make that payment afterwards.
But it's called a balloon payment because of its large size. So you're there paying mortgage for 30 years, and you think you finish paying now, and you own the property. But at the end of it, you don't.
But maybe it's not 30 years. Maybe it's a smaller term, like a 5-year mortgage or something.
Yeah, but at the end of it, you owe more than what you started with. It says a balloon payment are more common in commercial real estate than residential. I don't think in Jamaica with the balloon payment. Usually your loan amortizes over the term that you took it for, and then you finish and you're out of there.
Here's a question. Good evening, Mrs. Claudia. Asking you, since my husband is looking for a 2-bed, 1-bath home in the Waterford area, minimum 6.5 or 7 million. You haven't seen any Waterford
for 6.5 in a long while.
Long while. We've seen them for 8 and 9 million now.
I'm gonna say this.
Mr. Whittingham wants to know, I want a house to buy in a gated community, new development in St. Anne, Montego Bay, Trelawney for a reasonable price. Mr. Whittingham, what do you consider a reasonable price for you?
I just showed you some out in Montego Bay that housing agents of Jamaica selling.
For what? 14, I believe.
Those were 14 million. 2-bed, 2-bath. 2-bed, 1-bath, was it?
I think there were some 3 beds as well.
Oh.
It's at the bottom.
Yeah, so we're going to look if there's in Waterford, anything at all in Waterford. Are you have another question? Waterford, 6.5.
Mr. Whittingham says 15 million is a gated community.
Yeah, that sounds like what we just showed you, which was, what's it called?
Start with E. Edmond Ridge.
Edmond Ridge, Housing Agency of Jamaica. Go to that website. You do have a Waterford, just came on 195 days now.
It's at the top of our budget.
But it's the top of your budget, 7.8 million. You want to look at, oh my gosh, it says cash offers only.
Cash offers only.
Are you willing to buy this cash? Let me see.
Next one is Hatfield at 8 million. And then the other one is 9.5.
9.5 on Not Patrick.
And then the one below that is 10 million. Yep,
10 million. And they're all 3-bedrooms. That's not really different. So this one they want cash.
Maybe this one, it's incomplete, but
You have cash, you can get this one.
okay. So Mitch says, yes, we do balloon mortgages in Jamaica. It's through private lenders, not the banks.
Oh, I wouldn't go through a private lender for a mortgage. So I'm really sure that I can pay back. Really sure. So this one is the cheapest one on the system right now, but there are 4 Waterfords, Tony. You need to go sell these. Tony's a Waterford girl. The first house I sold in Waterford was a 3.3 million. See, I should have bought it. I could have sold it now for 10.
And if you renovate it, you can get some good money on it. Nadine is asking, how do I use the land agency map to find land? I've told I can do that.
What you trying to find? Your own property? So here's a National Land Agency map. You just go here, search, parcel, put in your volume of folio, or you put in a valuation number.
Or if you're in Kingston, you can put in a street address.
So let's put in an address. Let's put in Mona Road, or Halfway Tree, or something like that. Hagley Park Road.
Okay?
Yeah. You're at 126 Hagley Park.
I don't know. Let's find out. That road is not that long.
No results.
Let's try.
Or you can put in the scheme address like it as the angels. So if you look below here, all right, so it brought it up. Plus below here, it brings up some other Hagley Park roads, right?
That's close by.
So this one is 113 Hagley Park Road. We used to call Boucher Scheme. I still call that. You see the property tax. So you want to know the property tax? Maybe you want to know the person whose name is on it. Copy that. Where's the property tax?
No,
I will close it. Boucher Park. Property tax on this one is $224,000.
Is that correct?
Yeah, this is because it's commercial.
Okay.
But this Hagley Park, if you notice, the value of the land is 30 million. And this one is commercial, which is why the property tax is like that. All right. So this is Hagley Park.
Where on Hagley is that? It doesn't look commercial.
The entire Hagley Park Road is commercial.
But this is, but this is not exactly on Hagley.
And it could be off, but it's still commercial.
West End Rainfall. Okay.
Still commercial. The land alone is valued 30 million. The land alone, you know. So that's how you search. Or if you don't know, if you don't really know exactly where, you can just go on to the road.
But look how far out Hagley it is.
The entire zone is commercial. Not in a residential belt. Search for the road, look for the road, follow the map, and so on. All right. Balloon car loans are done in Jamaica too. Check with the car dealers. I don't think I would ever take out a balloon loan.
Not on a car, either.
Not no.
Like, there's no way I'm taking it out on a car.
All right. You have another question? Somebody said keep up the good work. Thank you so much. Why are we not able to come back here and go up?
I know the scrolling. You can look for it better from here. Okay, someone says they're agreeing now. A balloon mortgage is a lump sum payment at the end for the keep up the good work. Balloon car loans are done in Jamaica. Lisa Marie says, thank you. Balloon mortgages aren't popular in Jamaica, right? All right. Someone is saying, Alicia, if the valuation proves less than what I'm paying for the land or vice versa, how does that affect the mortgage?
It doesn't affect the mortgage. You're the one who took the mortgage. Whatever it is, the mortgage that they have placed already on your title, then that's it. However, if you're just in transaction, so you're buying the property now, and you buy it for $10 and you value it and it comes to $8, the bank will only lend you based on the $8 value, not the $10 that you're buying it for. That's the thing. Getting an error on the Prestige site? What Prestige site down, Tony?
I'm not sure. We have to speak to the designer.
Happy. Prestige Realty. My website is not back up yet. Having lots of issues. Prestige Realty. All right, we didn't get an error.
You have to see where the person is getting the error. If it's getting the error, we're trying to filter search. There is a search here. So if you filter search, you say apartment, it's a 3-bed, 4 bathroom. There's no apartment with 4 bathrooms.
Hold on, no, this is an error. I'm just looking for the error.
Oh.
We check with the developer.
to the questions. Why does NHT decrease the original amount, 6.5, when a lot is being purchased? And do we get additional loan to build on land?
Why does NHT
decrease it? Well, technically they haven't decreased it. It's just that they've separated between land and building. And if the house is already built, they give you the full total of size.
What's the question? Why does NHT decrease the original amount when a lot is being purchased? That's because I wanted to build a house. So if they give you the 6.5, then you don't have any money left to build a house. NHT is a house they wanted to have, not a piece of land.
National Housing Agency, Housing Trust, and the other one is National Housing Agency. They're not land agencies.
No. One is Housing Agency of Jamaica. What's why the distinction?
No, they both say
Housing Agency of Jamaica don't lend money to build or buy houses.
no, but they sell you houses.
Or land.
Oh, they sell land as well.
Yeah. We have bought land from Housing Agency of Jamaica.
Which one?
We bought the one in Port Maria from them. Frontier
Oh,
Heights.
yes, that's true.
Mm-hmm. So Housing Agency of Jamaica sell both house and land, but they don't give it a loan to buy it.
Yeah, but they're talking about NHT. So
but NHT gives you the loan to buy the land, yes, but they're only lending you 2.5 because the other 4 million is for you to go and build that house.
Okay, that's why they don't give you the 6.5.
No, because
it makes sense because
it's house they want you to have, right?
Yeah.
Decided to sell it. How much can I sell it for? Jerome, it depends on demand. Demand. Everything is about demand. You buy it for 40 million, depends on how demand is a scheme. So let us say a scheme like, let me see if Gore website up. Gore, go to Gore. So
I'm trying to find on Gore.
So let us go to the Gore website. Now,
Phoenix Park 13.
So this is Phoenix. They're telling you they have Phoenix. Now, if a company put this, we will not have any pricing information or details until after we get our subdivision approvals are ready to break. We do have a wait list of persons who are interested in purchasing the units. Being on the wait list is not a guarantee. As you may know, we started building Phoenix Village in 2017. We have sold phases 1, 2, and 3, and we just launched and sold out phase 4, which will be built April 2021 and April 2022. We have already closed our waiting list for the last remaining phase 5. We expect to finish building phase Phoenix Park Village in 2023.
Wow.
If you look at this company, Gore, and then put this on them website, that them sold out, them not even start build the house it's enough for April 2021 or April 22, and them already sold out. And they've already closed the waiting list for the last remaining in phase 5. And them expect to finish build that in 2023. What does that tell you?
This is a high demand area. And if you are able to be on that waiting list and purchasing this, then chances are sell it back in 5 years. There's going to be a high demand for the area.
Yes, because if it's 600,000 enough, and I'm waiting list at 6,000, only 600 people will get their house. So you still have 5,000 people that will never get their house and I wait, right? So it really depends on what it is that you're in. Now that's Phoenix Village 4.
That means Portmore on a whole is a high demand area.
Portmore is high demand, and people don't want to go Portmore. When I was buying in Spanish Town, I couldn't afford Portmore. That's why I ended up in Spanish Town. Right. Camelot Village is, now I saw these, see they're sold out. Now this I should have put on my money on.
What are those apartments?
Don't keep saying, oh, I don't like that. Oh. Bedrooms are upstairs. We actually went there and looked at this. Nice property. Lot size is 4,000, 2 bed, 2.5. By the time I was feeling like gig, I said, okay, Tony, let me just, can this work? Can we
How
resell?
much for the townhouse?
4,000.
4,000. That's a good land size for a townhouse.
Single family. So this is sold out already. These just came out this year. No, last year come out or this year? When did it come out?
Last year.
Camelot Townhouse Phase 1. Sold out.
These are nice.
Yeah, I went in there. Tony, if you did shoot the video, that's still out before knowing. So that's gore. All right. So it just depends on what you bought. Let me see if it. We have any Phoenix selling back in now on the system.
One sold in the last year, I believe it was.
You can't find it.
I doubt that because I don't think it's listed in the category you think it's listed in.
It's listed in Spanish. You know what you said?
Can't recall.
The St. Catherine.
Maybe if you try gated, it will come up.
Gated house
Sold.
Take off this. You know, I'm gonna put gated.
Scroll down. Site influencers.
Gated.
Site
Here.
influencers.
All right.
And put sometime last year.
This is 19. So
Put for sale.
where? Here.
And you have to change the year.
Where's on at 10?
No, it's
Oh, it's sold.
169.
Oh, where's the year?
Scroll down.
What year was it sold though?
I think it was last year. So put between last year and this year on the sold.
Oh, you mean here?
You have to click it.
Oh, click the date.
So start from last year.
So let's say January, huh?
I don't think it's that far, but let's start there.
And then we use today's date.
Click in the box. I think it was sold last year as well. I think it was only on the market for maybe like a month. Okay, this is better.
I'm trying to spot if any Phoenix was sold. Well, no one was sold, but it's a pick it up. St. Catherine, you have a Phoenix dolphin. What was sold enough?
See there?
All right, so here is this. Is this one?
No, go.
No, it's one at the top.
See there? Phoenix Park Village.
Lovely 2-bedroom.
Listed at 21 million, sold for
21 million. This was it spent only 54 days on the market. There's a lot of space at the back, gated community. All right, let's see what was sold for 54 million. So here it is.
21 million.
21 million. So this is a house, basic house. What this owner did, they put in the garage, they give you a fancy landscaping in the front and some grass.
They put in a garage?
Sorry, driveway.
Oh.
Because what happened with these, the driveway comes like this over here. Can they see my mouse?
Yeah, that should.
The driveway
to the left.
comes to the left with just the gravel, right? And they put in 2 side walls. There it
Nice.
is. It's a better. It's a basic. How much you think they would have spent for the fence? Yeah, $1 million.
Did it all 3 sides?
Maybe $1 million. Let's say they even spend $3 million. They bought this property for about $13 million. Is that the backyard? So they did nothing to the backyard.
They're the ones who put in the fence? I don't think
Possibly.
so. Where would
Well, let us assume that them put in the fence. So them spend some money. This Phoenix Park Village, that's the gate. There's a side going on to the back. So they haven't really even finished the back. They just did the landscaping in the front.
Nice.
This is the inside. This is the basic unit that was sold at Phoenix Park. The same one that they're saying they have stopped taking any more. They're not putting anybody else on the wait list. Mm-hmm. So this is the demand. So if you buy a piece of real estate where the demand is high, then yes. So these persons smile all the way to the bank. And this was 2020. They probably got it in 2019, correct?
Okay, Ron Smith wants to know, as a young person, would you recommend to buy or build?
If it's your first house, go buy a house. Buy a ready-made house until you get used to it.
So Misha wants to know, will the NHT give you 6.5 for house and 2.5 for land to one individual contributor, or only one you are allowed?
Only one loan you can take. Okay. So you take the 6.5, you're going to get 2.5 for land, and then you get 4 million for house.
Okay, we are actually beyond our time, so we're going to answer one more question.
Oh, we're beyond our time. Wow.
Nadine wants to know, anywhere in rural St. Andrew, Coopersville, Stony Hill, Rock Hall, or Belvedere area for 5 to 8 million. Half acre.
5 to 8 million. You should be able to find that, you know. Rock Hall, Belvedere. That would be St. Andrew. You're talking about Kingston 19. Is Coopersville on the list?
I think Red Hills is there. That would encompass Rock Hall, Coopersville. Stony Hill is what, 19? No, 9. It was 9?
But she has a house or land?
Land. 5 to 8 million. Ginger Snaps wants to know, are the Zoom classes finished? Yes, Ginger Snaps, the Zoom classes are finished.
Classes are finished. You missed a very good class.
No, you need to go to active, not soon. They're also. And then take off the expiry. Okay, you can take them off here. Take off here. Take off side influences. Go back up.
Never take it off. Take off this.
Yeah.
Delete.
No, just press that.
Mm-hmm.
And take off site influences. Take off gated community. There you go. And there, 13 pops up. Did you put that price in it?
Mm-hmm. Castle James Road, Coopersville, 1 acre, 5 million.
Slopes downwards.
Mm-hmm. Abraham Road, Coopersville, 6 million. Regular, fairly great slope down gradually from the road in a southerly direction. Mixture of clay, loam, lime nature, and all of that. Marvelly Mountain is 6 million. Marvelly Mountain. Marvelly Mountain again, 6.5 million. Marvelly Mountain, 7.5 million. Marvelly Mountain, 98 million. These are what? 0.6, 0.6. Is that new subdivision? Lot 25, lot 12, lot 18, lot 17. Hold on, let me check this out.
Maybe there's somebody selling that multiple lots there.
Okay. They own all these lots and selling them back now.
It's like only one person.
Yeah, one person built in there. Okay. We must look at these. Marvelly Mountain. Okay. The Marble Mountain. Lot 90 Coopersville. How big is this? 6.68. 2/3 of an acre. Spectacular view. 10.5. Abraham. 12 million. Swain Spring. 12.9. Coopers Hill have a 1 acre for 13 million, Marble 18, Woodlands, Coopers Hill, 2 acres for 22 million. All right, everybody. So if you're interested in those who asked us a question about Coopers Hill, you can WhatsApp Toni-Ann 370-8138. Everybody remember that we have Bel Acres, 10.5 one bedroom, 11.5
one bedrooms as well.
One bedrooms as well. If that's what you can afford, run with it, guys. That's in Spanish Town, just above that's not St. John's Road going up to Green Acres, but you don't reach Green Acres. You don't reach Dovecut. You reach Green Acres on the right. Then you make a left turn, right?
All right, so Mr. Whittingham, in order for you to be on the exposure system, you need to send me a WhatsApp message with your name, your email address, exactly the criteria for you're looking for within your budget, and then I can add you to the exposure system as a client.
Somebody asked me how much the Gore houses can sell for. We have one that's going to be rented for $65. That's coming out this week.
No, they said how much the Gore townhouse can be rented monthly.
Oh, the townhouse.
So those are the one in St. Anne.
That's new territory for us, St. Anne. Are there any townhouses in down that side, Discovery Bay?
Not that I know.
Not that I
Is
know.
it gated?
I think this is the biggest development going that side, you know, Discovery Bay.
Is it gated?
Yeah, that one is gated. It's the biggest development that's going now
For Discovery Bay.
for Discovery Bay, yeah.
Okay.
Let me change this to rent.
What are you looking for? St. Anne's?
No, sorry. I'm looking for St. Catherine.
Take off St. Andrew.
Bridgeport. Is it Greater Portmore? That side? Yes, I think so. You're not there for rent?
You chose rent? Scroll down. What do you have up that?
Bridgeport, Greater Portmore.
No, you have residential lots. That's the problem. Two townhouses as well.
Townhouse. Free. What's there?
90.
90 for what's this?
Caribbean Estates.
Caribbean Estates. Is it? Or Cayman Estates? Caribbean Estates. Oh yeah, Caribbean Estates. This is 90. So no Phoenix up there. Okay.
Not yet.
Not yet. Let me see if I can get rented. Hold on. Search again. Let me go into
Click sold.
sold.
And then you have to change the year in which it was rented.
Oh, what this here?
No, that's today, isn't it?
Let me turn this off.
Oh, that says 2001. You need to get more current. Let me help you.
Where is that? 212 houses rent between 2001.
Okay, that's 37. That's much more than that.
You need to get it. All right, go on.
Here we go. 60. Phoenix Park Village.
Phoenix Park that rent recently. What? When that rent? Just recently, as in this week?
No. As in June.
Last year.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So we're putting on one at 65. So you'll see if it gets rented.
Somebody did 65 as well.
But at 65. Okay, Phoenix Park. It rented. Oh, soon. How long is it on the market? 100 days before it got rented. 100 days. That's like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So the mortgages will run from about 60,000, right, for Phoenix Park, especially those taking NHT. who joined and bought. These houses were sold for like 13 million.
Somebody says there's secrets and discovery bay right beside the door is not gated.
Not gated, okay. All right, so we did all the questions. All right, everybody, you got a bonus today. It's now 5:26.
Maybe we can just put it to 5:30. Josh Sharika wants to know, how much do you think one can rent a property for in New Harbor Village and Colbeck Manor when it comes out 2 bed, 2 bath?
Let's look how much their New Harbor Village is being rented for now. Three days on the market just went up 35,000.
No, rented already.
Oh, rent already. Rent only. Scroll right down to the end there. You don't have any up there now? Go to that and take off. You need to put active in the search. All those are rent only.
Active sold. Active is there. 6 of them are active. Sold. 70 and 80.
So you know they're trying to rent for 70. Came on 12 days now on the market, so don't rent yet. But we didn't see any rent for that price, did we?
Have they done anything to it? Yeah. They've done a driveway.
They've done a fencing
and they've grilled.
And they've grilled. Okay.
It's not too bad. I remember when these were rented for 30,000.
Mm-hmm. Up there for 100,000, 80,000. These are the new ones. You have a village phase 2
and
phase 4
and phase
3. These are the new ones. This person have a garage door.
This one is a 3 bed now. Okay.
All right, so that's the rental you can get. Thank you, Lucas Aid. You can't log into exposure. You have to be a realtor like us.
Right, or you can be a client.
You can be a client
and have a client access.
Right.
And if you send me a WhatsApp to 876-370-8138, I can add you.
All right, Mr. Whittingham. So send a WhatsApp to Toni-Ann. She look at them today. Colbeck Manor, many amenities, food and that. So I should rent. Well over New Harbor Village. What do you think? Just Sharika, you're still in Old Harbor. That's what I think. Look how many we have here now in Old Harbor renting. How many?
And we could find only 2 in Portmore.
How many? This is 6. So you competed with these 6. These persons got their homes long time now. Maybe over a year. When Colbeck Manor comes up, lots of persons will be renting.
Not only that, to Colbeck, you have to actually go to the town to go to Colbeck.
So is New Harbor.
Really? You have on the other part, if you drive the toll, you can just come off the toll and go in?
Yeah, if you come off the toll, yeah.
You don't have
to entangle with the in the toll. Yeah, it's a toll exit. Mm-hmm. But with the communities gated, which is why you don't buy. It's difficult to buy a ready-made house and the rent covers the mortgage and the expenses and you still put money in your pocket like that. But these ones are going to be tricky to rent at these prices. 80,000 in Old Harbor. 80. It's going to be tricky. These are furnished or something.
Really?
Oh, this charming furnished home. It's New Harbor Village. New Harbor Village 100. It's gonna be tricky. So cheapest one here is 70,000. Unfurnished. If this was in Portmore, it would have been rented easier. All right, everybody.
Phone number is 876-370-8138. 876-370-8138. All right, that's it. Somebody says, thank you for your fertilizers, ladies. Hope to grow. That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Thank you, everybody. Remember to do your land banking.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Bye.